Keeper strike. 6 in that over. After 10, Bangladesh 58 for 2.
সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। ব্যবহার করুন সেফটিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে। সেফটিল সুরক্ষা পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
The Australians have done in the first 10 overs. It's going to be a delicate balancing act for Mahmudullah Riyad and Shakib Al Hasan, trying to get a move on. And the intentions are there. Just seem to check his shot. There is some protection in the deep. They need runs from virtually every delivery. As I say, good evening to Anjum Chopra.
Good evening, Shamim. Yes, it's been very, very smart piece of bowling from the Australians. Quicker one through from Ashton-Agar. Big, expansive drive from the captain, Mahmudullah. He wasn't expecting it. It was too quick for Turner. Yes, the slip was there. Put that extra bit of pressure on the batter to create that bit of doubt in the batter's mind whether the ball is turning, is not turning that much. Whatever it is, there is a slip, there is a catching man. Gets a reprieve there, Mahmudullah.
Well, that slowed it down. You see, just expecting a quicker delivery. They've been so very good. Thai on that occasion, 116 kilometers per hour, realizing that they do not want to give any pace to the batters to work with.
And when you have the experienced Andrew Thai offering the knuckle ball, just not picking it that well. They've struggled to collect singles, the Bangladesh batters.
And then pitching it further up. This is very, very intelligent from the bowlers. Thai, experienced over the years, realizes there's hardly anything off the track. See the variations of pace, slow, slower and slowest. You mentioned the fact about not rotating the strike, which can turn back and bite Bangladesh. Just need to ensure that there is some momentum in the scoring.
Yes, you always expect the Australian bowlers to come in and use the conditions. Matthew Wade at the toss, while you asked him what would be the preference amongst batting or bowling, and he clearly mentioned, Shamim, to you that it's the first game that the Australians are playing here. Yes, it's the first bilateral series against Bangladesh, and they would want to get used to the conditions, and nothing better than having your 11 men out in the park, getting acclimatized under lights, and get to know the conditions the best way possible.
Well, he's trying to just pull it away on the onside, but this has been some good bowling. The variations of the pace, the bounce they're getting, most of the pace bowlers of this supposedly sluggish track, has been very, very impressive.
Well, I'll beg to differ there. I don't really think it's a sluggish track. Yes, the bowlers have used the pace, change of pace rather, but that was always expected. We heard Parvez Maroof mention it clearly in his pitch report that the slow balls will be on offer. Just like this, 61 for 2.
তাজা উপাদানের আসল স্বাদে স্কয়ারের রুচি সস সবই মজা লাগেছে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Repeated that, but can't really capitalize in this.
It's going to be a difficult task. Bangladesh will... Oh, that was straight in and out. Second occasion. Struck very, very hard, and he can consider himself to be very fortunate. Relieved smile on the face of Shakib.
And I'm sure the dugout too. Yes, they know that it's important for Shakib to deliver. He doesn't have the best of records batting in a T20 game in Bangladesh. Whilst we know he's the world number 2 ranked ICC ranked all-rounder in the world, I'm sure he will get his act together, but at the moment they both seem to be struggling a bit.
And the struggle continues, and they've gone up. Well, that was just a lapse in concentration there. This is going to be interesting.
Hey, straight away Matthew Wade was pretty confident. He waited for Abdullah's back foot to just get dragged outside the crease. It wasn't a huge amount of excitement as Mahmudullah missed that ball. To confirmation whether it is a no ball or not. Once that is clear, move over to the other end. There wasn't any appeal from Matthew Wade rather, sorry. Waited before he let go of that ball. Interesting to see whether the back leg was dragged out from Mahmudullah or not.
Well, maybe they'll look at whether there was an edge to that. Look at the ultra edge and clear that first before going square on and seeing if the foot was behind the line. The tense moments here. Australia feel that they've been in reasonable control. There's the ultra edge. Seems to be quite a bit away from the bat. Flat line means they can carry on. Maybe another look. The third umpire upstairs. And now both of them are looking at the line. Mahmudullah is watching. He knows that he's got a bit behind the line, so he's safe. But good alertness from Wade behind the stumps. I think we need to move on. Decision pending on the big screen is not out. The umpire Ghazi Suhail upstairs. Mahmudullah Riyad needs to just get a move on. He's scored 9 of 14 runs. Realizes that Bangladesh are just falling back on the run rate they'd have expected to go at.
You're on the line for a long time.
Going at 5.47 now.
Big shot here now, Larry, I reckon.
Tries to sweep, tries to drag that ball. You see, that is intelligent, realizing that they're going to try and do something out of the ordinary and just bowling it wider gets a little bit of grip and a little bit of turn.
Trying to force the pace towards the onside here. It's not really helped the Bangladesh batters.
And he tempts him with one which is floated in. Really couldn't get a hold of it. Getting a couple of runs, but that's a good throw from the deep.
You know, one thing's been very surprising, Shamim. There hasn't been a lot of using your feet by the batters. You've stayed back in your crease. Mohammad Naeem, very, very poor cricket shot to lose his wicket. Shomo Sharkar, of course, was backing away. No need for that. But the spinners, against the spinners, especially Ega, there's ample time, so he's continued to loft the ball in the air. Will collect a couple of runs, but yet again, the hesitancy of the batters to come down the track and attack the spinners.
Spot on, because you could see even in that shot, when he tried to reach, because he was not using his feet and getting to a zone where he could put it away from the meat of the bat. See there, just had to stretch his hands. In the process, he couldn't time it properly. That initial movement forward, there it is, but that's too far down the ground. I don't think it's going to get the umpire's attention. But they heard you. That is the over. 12 done, 66 for 2.
ভাবছেন ঘরের বাতাসেও জীবাণুরা করছে কিলবিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসি, এতে আছে অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল ফিল্টার যা প্রতিরোধ করে 99% জীবাণু। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশি ঠান্ডা।
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
You were mentioning the depth in batting, but what Shakib and Mahmudullah have got to do is try and accelerate the run rate. 5.58, it's not going to be enough. You also mentioned the success against Zimbabwe. Come back to that. Hazelwood back on. And he's lifted that one. That's going many a mile. That's what the doctor ordered. Into the stands. Are we going to have a change of balls?
That's right from the meat of the bat of Mahmudullah. Goes back deep into the crease. Waits for that ball to come in. That's a ball which has been pushed into the right-hander. Very, very smart play. That'll give him confidence. That'll give him that momentum that he's looking for in his innings, Mahmudullah.
And as we speak, the new ball's been brought in. It's a different ball. It's a similar kind of ball if they can find one.
It's a change of the ball.
Absolutely.
Just a clarification. Yes, there's been a little confusion. I agree with you, Shameen, because whether it's a new ball, that means you might just end up using 10 new balls in a match.
10 different balls. Down the wicket, lovely use of the feet, is slashed onto that. There's a fielder coming underneath that one, lining up and taking a superlative catch. Whoa, that hung in the air, it was coming over his shoulders. What a wonderful take here.
Outstanding catch. Super piece of fielding. Moses Henriques making his presence felt. Hasn't had a chance to roll his arm over yet. A smart piece of bowling. Knowing very well that Mahmudullah is very happy going over the infield. Josh Hazelwood, again the knuckleball, getting the better of the batter. And you always need your outfielders to complete the catches. Very, very good catch. Important wicket for the Australian team. Mahmudullah departs for 20, 73 for 3.
এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন মেরিল মিল্ক বাথ, যা আপনাকে দেবে ফ্রেশ অ্যান্ড ইয়াঙ্গার লুকিং স্কিন।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
A man who's impressed in the recent past with his bold batting, Nurul Hassan Sohan, has come in, the right-handed batsman, replacing his captain. In the process to get a move on, Mahmudullah Riyad holding out. After hitting a long one, he tried to replicate it. That cramped him up. It's been excellent bowling. They've enticed the batsman, not the best of throws, allows the batters to take a run.
What an outstanding catch, I mean this.
Absolutely, look at that. For a moment I thought it would have gone, but look at about 30 yards running backwards, looking over your shoulder and taking it so neatly. Made the bowler very happy. That's what the Australian fielders are known for. Their fielding expertise. When it matters, they deliver the goods. We've seen a couple of catches drop though, very tough chances. One in the slip, one cotton bowler. But the wicket they wanted, I think, as Mahmudullah started to step on the gas. Oh, Nurul Hassan doesn't have too much time to settle down. Nervy. Wants to get off the mark early. Whatever the format, Anjum, you always want to get the first run.
Absolutely. Especially against the Australians. You want to make a mark. You know very well that it's a tough opposition. And they'll keep reminding you to stay inside the crease. Don't back up too much. This is not a domestic competition. Every ball counts.
Just comfortable enough with that bounce to ease it away into the mid-wicket region, get a single to open his account. But the realization by the Australians from the first over by Stark is that it's got to be slower and slower right the way through. Don't afford any pace to the batters to work with.
And they've been very, very content just patrolling the boundary with four fielders. Now it's Shakib coming back on strike. They've pushed the mid-on fielder towards the boundary. They won't mind giving away a single. End of the over. Successful 1-2, 76 for 3.
এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন মেরিলি মিল্ক বাথ যা আপনাকে দেবে ফ্রেশ অ্যান্ড ইয়াঙ্গার লুকিং স্কিন।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
This is a high-scoring ground. Bangladesh plays a lot of cricket at the Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium. Sometimes you feel that they should just be knowing the pitch, the conditions, just like at the back of their hand. They play that much of cricket here.
Oh, again, maybe not getting the meaty part of the bat. Mistiming that, getting a couple of runs. Yeah, but it's the opposition. I wonder if that had played on their minds in being too watchful, too careful with a very strong opposition bowling unit. They did a lot of cricket, I understand. But once again, conditions different. Fire bubble maybe affecting... Oh dear, almost got a leading edge. But that's what they have to live with in these times.
They're happy to use his wrist. Example, getting the better one just a bit early into that shot, Shakib.
He's been so tight, hardly giving Shakib Al Hasan the width he's been looking for.
But the experience of Shakib needs to come good. There isn't